Right on. Chris Haynes said that Kawhi and the Clippers will discuss his future with the team this
Mm.
summer. Do you think the Clippers should move on from Kawhi?
I watched that interview, and it was a little bit like he was basically like Kawhi is not worried about the future right now. He'll discuss that in the summer, right? And I think, look, is he playing for a contract extension? I bet. I don't think Kawhi wants to leave. He's playing amazingly well. I think it's all about how does he fit in this core? Because I think what we're building, and you guys tell me because you're smarter than me, is I think we're building something like what the Hawks are doing, which is like a young core with a real great vet at the center of it. Maybe that works. I don't know. I don't. Those are. I think everyone's like, get rid of everybody, get rid of everybody. But who are you gonna get? Like, who are you gonna get? Like, as a goal, get him in here, get out of there. It's like, I don't know. I feel like when Kawhi's healthy, he's amazing. People are like, well, Kawhi, he's injured all the time. It's like, yeah, well, clearly he's rehabbed the right way because I don't think
For
that you get
real.
injured as bad as you get and come back this well. And I think
Right.
that speaks to the sports medicine of it. Like I think that a lot of the times players are just put back out there because they can go out there, not because they're actually ready to go out there. And if
Mm.
Kawhi's getting dung for ding, there's just a dung. But if he's getting dinged for like taking his time to be better, I'd rather have 41-point Kawhi than a hobbling Kawhi like we saw last season when he tried to play in that playoff game and was like literally limping on the court. I don't want to see that.
I'm
Right.
knocking on wood. Anytime we talk Kawhi, because I do want to see how well they can sort
Oh,
of
I get
finish this thing. I'm
nervous.
like, knock on wood. By the way, after the Clippers sent Chris Paul home, you famously called CP3 the Chevy Chase of the
Oh,
NBA,
yeah, yeah,
which
sure.
I died of laughter inside. You stand by that, by the way?
Do I stand by that? I don't know. Look, all I want to say is that you can only imagine how upset that team was to leave, like to make him leave in that way, right? Like that is
Yeah.
like that's it must have been insurmountable. Like that's what I can only imagine. I don't know. I think if you watch a lot of the interviews after he left, I feel like a lot of people were not saying a lot of stuff. I saw Lou, you were talking, I think who were you talking to? You're talking to Kobe, and you're like, oh, you've been media trained really well. Now, I feel like that's the way. Now, I will say, Boogie, I know that you are very down on Lawrence Frank, right? And so, what do you
Here we
think
go.
of these moves? I mean, because I know you don't like Al Frank, so like, yeah,
I
what do you
want
think?
to. We want to get your L.
Yeah,
Frank grade of his moves made before
I
we
like
get into
this.
what Boogie thinks. We want your
Okay,
grade first.
as a fan, I'm not there. I don't know the man. No one gives me any special treatment on the Clippers. Believe me, I've tried. But no, no. All I can say is a lot of his trades and a lot of his moves. People are like, what is he doing? This is the dumbest thing ever. And then it's like, oh, actually, that worked out really well. Or it happens like, well, Clippers won the trade. They won this deadline. Oh, they won the offseason. And then things happen, right? Like, I mean, obviously Bradley Beal fractured his hip, so we don't know what that is. The Chris Paul situation was an interesting try. Like, I feel like the Clippers are always trying something. I don't know
Hmm.
what the energy is back there. I do believe, and if you look at Harden, I think there's a lot of maneuvering and a lot of handholding to make sure that exit was good. I feel like Harden's carrying that reputation with him as being a guy who quits on his teams, but I feel like the organization tried very hard to protect him from that. Now, look, did they get rid of Zoo, a 7-year vet who they're like, we're never getting rid of this guy?
Oh,
Yeah. And that's heartbreaking. But I do believe that these moves are for the future. Again, I've never met the man. I will say that I like the people he brings in. And when people complained about Harden being brought in, I was one of those people. Now I'm like, oh, he's one of the Clippers Mount Rushmore, right next to
hmm.
you, Lou, up there.
Wait, what's the
Thank
grade?
you.
I want to know your grade, then Boogie's grade, real quick. Like what? So give the grade
Of
of
this,
the
of this, I mean, of this trade
Yeah,
deadline, I would
yeah.
give it an A minus. I mean, like,
Okay.
right, we traded for Young, we got great people. It's gonna whether it will pan out. I think that's the other thing. We got good ingredients. Whether it works,
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Boogie A minus.
I'll give him a B plus, and for the record,
Okay.
and
That's
for the
pretty good
record,
for Boogie. That's
I
pretty
yeah,
know. I
for
was
the
good.
gonna say
record.
I was nervous. I got
I
my
take
heart was
that.
racing for a second.
Yeah, that was
I take
It,
that.
it, it's not that
I
I
was being
don't
A.
like Lawrence Frank. I'm just calling a fact. Like in
You
this
just want to know
business,
where the bodies are buried. You want to know what he's got.
yeah,
Like,
because in
just
this
say it.
business,
Ah.
it's about what you've done lately, and you
Yeah.
said it yourself. It's been first round exit after first round exit. It's a move every single season. It's a turnover on the roster. It's continuing. It's continuing to decline season by season. So based off that alone, I want to know why does a guy deserve an extension based off of these results?
Well,
It's not
the
about
trade
me
deadline
liking
is the
him or
latest thing
disliking
he's
him.
done.
I'm basing it off the business and what the standards are in the business.
Well,
You either
let
do
me
a
ask
good
you
job
this.
at your job or you do a bad job at your job. And based off those results, you get rewarded for it or you get on the chopping block. So I'm trying to figure out in this scenario,
Yeah.
as far as what he's done in these past years, what he's done to deserve a 4-year extension.
Here's
It's
what I
not
will suggest
the
on one
math
thing.
ain't
Like,
mathing for me.
well, here's the thing I feel like they're handcuffed to, right? Which is like, you're in LA. It's a big market. You have to have big stars there, right? And I feel like what I heard at the beginning of this season was when they were on that terrible losing streak, that Bomber said to Ty and Lawrence, "You guys figure it out. I'm not going to fire anyone. You guys figure it out." And then they went on this big win. And I feel like part of the trade deadline is it the freedom to have only one. I mean, I know Darius Garland's an all-star, but like one big name in LA. It's an LA team. Like, are they handcuffed to the fact that we got to have big people here? I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. Like, I don't know if LA works under a different standard of what you need because the stadium. Yeah, I don't know. I hear what you're saying though. Yeah.
That's fair. I will get All-Star this weekend, and then after that, we can really get serious, you guys. Paul, I'm so glad you're back on. Always
Thanks for having me.
enjoy our time.
Definitely.
Yeah, of
This
course.
is my favorite show. I watch you guys every
Opening
day. The best stuff. It's so good.
Somebody's watching. We
And I
love
do
you,
agree with
Spurs.
you about Draymond. Yeah, come on, let's get physical again. I grew up watching the Knicks. People throwing people. You ever see how they threw Michael Jordan down? Like Michael Jordan.
on, let's retaliate.
You'd be like, you'd be ejected for a bunch of games for that. Come on.
There you go. We've been waiting for that one too. Paul, as always, thank you.